the same one?
No, I have a trackball.
Oh, okay.
So it's similar.
Okay, and it looks like it's live. And it's all right.
I'll text Lauren.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weaver, fine art artist, and welcome to my art show. Okay, so I promise it won't be this cheesy from now on. It's a little bit weird doing this with a camera over here, and I'm actually have like a live person in the room, and that's weird too because I do videos online, I teach online and all that, and usually I'm by myself, so I get to be all sorts of cheesy by myself. Now I got somebody here that's gonna judge me like in person, and that's a little bit different. So so welcome. While we kind of wait for some people to come on, and oh, we've got to turn the audio down on that over there.
Yeah, I got that turned down.
Sweet. Okay.
It shows. Okay.
All right. So what we're going to be doing tonight is a live art show. As you know, a lot of the this COVID thing has caused galleries and studios to shut down all throughout the world. And because of that shutdown, artists are suffering a little bit and having to come up with alternatives. And this is an alternative to having a gallery show that's live and in person, where we actually get to interact and drink and have, cocktails and, wiener schnitzel or whatever. I don't know.
You may want to reintroduce yourself because I just got notification that there was nothing there.
Okay.
And now it is.
All right. So I'm going to read that. It's so nice having somebody. This is Julie McCullough. Julie McCullough, you want to come over here and say hi?
Not really.
No, she won't say hi. So she did a live art show last week and has things for sale up until today. So you might want to check out her stuff too on her Etsy site. You can Google JM, was it Julium Studios?
Yep, juliumstudios.com.
juliumstudios.com. You can check out her artwork. I own 2 of her pieces because they're just freaking fabulous. Her color usage is just amazing, so I love her work. So you're welcome. Artists love another artist here. Okay, so I am Stephanie Weaver, fine art artist, and I'm here tonight having a live studio art sale, and I've chosen 8 pieces to share with you guys and show and kind of talk about that are going on sale through this weekend. And as I was kind of saying a little bit earlier, art galleries and art studios all throughout the world are shutting down because of this COVID-19 is really impacting them. And because it's impacting the galleries and it's impacting art shows and even art festivals, artists are suffering. So we're happy to find alternative means to share our artwork. And this is one of the ways that we've come up with. So it's a live art show, so you get to benefit from this and get some beautiful artwork. So you can actually change the decor that you've been staring at for the last about 190 days, right? And who knows when this is going to end. So you've got to get some nice, pretty art to kind of change up your space, add some pops of color, and it also is something beautiful to look at and just kind of get lost in. And those are the type of pieces that I picked for tonight. So I hope you got something to drink and maybe your favorite person that you're sitting with, because this is going to be nice and fun, and I want you guys to sit back, relax, have a beverage of choice, and maybe grab some little snackies because we're going to talk. And then the other thing I want you to do is also pop into the chat and ask questions, because unlike a real art show where we're like live in person, you can't just walk up to me and go, hey, tell me what the inspiration was behind this piece. You can't do that here, but you can do that on the computer, and Julie is going to holler out those questions for me so I can answer those for you. So before we get started, I've got 2 other things I want to tell you about. Number 1, there's going to be gifts that I'm giving to you, and all you got to do is one more thing, and I'm going to tell you about that in a couple minutes, okay? And then the other thing that I want to tell you is, what was the other thing? See, live. I'll think about it later. Oh, and I didn't turn off the thing. My phone barks at me because you guys know, oh yeah, that's a good point. All of my art sales, 10% of art sales go to a non-profit animal welfare organization. So when you buy something from me, you're caring for the animals too, okay? All right, let's look at the first piece. Okay, this first piece that I have, and you're going to see up on the screen, if we can show the slideshow. Awesome sauce. Okay, so this first one, I'm going to bring it up close. This one is called Dewdrops, and this is a 6x6 panel on the inside, and it frames out to a little over 8 inches wide, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity because this is an original oil painting. So it's got some really nice details in there with your dewdrops. And this one is original price $104, and it's discounted down to $72.80. And you can purchase this over my Etsy shop, and we'll include a link here so that you can pop over there and purchase this. What kind of inspired this piece? So one of the things that I was drawn to, it was the spring when I actually painted it. And what I loved is how the warmth of the background, you got this nice strong reddish background, that's warm background. And then these nice cool dewdrops that are happening in here. And that just, the combination of the warmth and the cool, that just screamed spring to me, and along with the dewdrops. It's like the winter's melting, you're getting some warmth finally after a cold winter. And so that just was so pretty to me. Now this piece, the size of it and everything, it would look fabulous in a little display like this, where it's on display with multiple pieces, or you've got a collage of pieces and things that look great like that. And it also looked really good just independently on its own in a shelf, maybe in your library if you have a library, your master bedroom, your guest bedroom, wherever you can think of this place, it would look super, super pretty. I'm going to bring it up here one more time. Look at the detail in there. All right. Do we have any questions about this one so far before I move on to the next one?
No questions. Yeah, 5 people have joined.
Hey guys. Yeah, I don't know how to tell like who joined. So yeah. If you joined, go ahead and leave a comment. Say, hi Stephanie, you know, so and so's here. Because I would love to call you out and say, hey, you know. Alright. I'm going to put up, that one's Dewdrops. Again, it's 6x6, and it measures out to an 8x8. Look great on anybody's shelf, maybe in your office, your dining room, your living room, your master bedroom, even your bathroom. I can tell you, I have original artwork actually in every bathroom, and you know, people kind of hang out in there for a little bit longer than they probably should sometimes. And they love the artwork. So if somebody does that in your house, give them something good to look at, right? Okay. That's a weird conversation that you probably never thought you'd have on a live art show. Okay. This next one, this one is called Floral Still Life. So the kind of story behind this Floral Still Life is I received the inspiration for this particular piece in a Better Homes and Garden magazine. And this was just something that was real tiny in one of the images. And I got the okay from Better Homes and Garden to, you know, can I paint this? Is this okay with you? And they said, oh yeah, that doesn't violate our copyright law at all, because it's not like I'm taking their entire image of their beautiful layouts and trying to resell that. I chose just a small portion of a little bitty segment and just saw that beauty in that little bitty segment. So the other thing that I really loved about this was all of the colors. So if you notice, most of my paintings, they're very colorful, and I see color, and one of the things that kind of segments me as is a colorist. In the art world, that you can be a tonal artist and a colorist. So I'm a colorist, which basically means that I kind of overdo the colors. I see things very easily. I study color theory, and that's probably one of the things I really teach a lot in my oil painting classes is how to see color and interpret it and combine them together. How are we doing?
Doing good.
Okie dokie. Yay.
Just let them know that I have to split the information about each piece into 3 comments because you have a limit on how many characters.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yep. We learn something new every time I do one of these. Okay. Well, actually, this is the first one. So, learn something new. You'll notice that in the comment sections, what we're doing is we're adding in information about each piece, and then it's got a link so you can go out to Etsy and purchase the one that you're interested in. And so you'll notice there's multiple comments in there. So it just kind of filters through those. All right, and then if you do buy one, go ahead and let us know that you're going to purchase that through the comment section as well, so we can mark it as sold here and nobody else will get super disappointed when they go over to Etsy and see it, okay? Thank you. Okay. All right, and this one, just like the other one, I'm going to take it up close again so you can kind of see some of the detail in those really pretty grapes. Yeah. This is $104 originally, and for tonight and through Sunday, it's $72.80. And that includes free shipping for all of these. So it's free shipping. And if you're interested in what kind of thing I ship it in, let me show you that. Okay. So shipping will be in these little white boxes, and I wrap them with tissue paper. They are also labeled on the outside, so because I catalog all my pieces and keep them nice and organized, clean. This is a smoke-free environment, but this way they stay clean, secure. I don't have to worry about any damages to the framing because it's clean and secure. So it would come in something like this. So yeah, shipping is included. All right. So we've got Dewdrops so far, and then we've also looked at our Floral Still Life. And then the last one in this series of 3 that have very similar coloring and look fabulous together is, even if I do say so myself.
Lauren likes the picture or the painting of the dog in the background.
Oh! Yeah, this is a little King Charles Spaniel. This is a commission that I'm working on for somebody right now, and it's not quite finished yet, but it's come along really nicely. I'm very, very happy with it. It's still wet, so I'm not really touching it. But while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the free gifts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop up a link that includes a link to you for you to go ahead and sign up to receive one of 3 gifts, and it's your choice on which gift you want. So by participating, you can choose between a free piece of artwork, which is this beautiful blue poppy, and it's a digital download, so you can print it in the size that you want. So that's the free artwork. Or if you would rather have the online class. So as you may or may not know, I teach online classes, and that's one of the things that really came from this COVID thing, that I was teaching classes inside Low Mill, and now with COVID, that just basically caused our class to completely shift online. And because I have, technical background, and I've got 3 webcams set up in my home studio here, we've been able to have online classes, not only live in online classes, but I have recorded online classes. So up on my website right now, there are over 20 online classes available. And just this past week, on Thursday, we did a live lunch and learn about Etsy and everything that you need to know before you start an Etsy shop. So that we had these live lunch and learns, and so that's the second gift option that you can have, which is a free online class, because I started a membership program called Positive Painters. And I'd love to tell you more about Positive Painters. And so if you go pick one of these gifts, I'm going to have a discussion about the positive painters coming up in a future newsletter. Okay? The third option that you get to choose as your free gift is a discount on a custom oil pet portrait. And that's like, this is a custom oil pet portrait. So go ahead and click on the newsletter, the link about the newsletter, and you choose your gift, whether it's a free piece of artwork, a free online class, or a custom pet portrait discount. Okay? Cool? Are we good?
Yep.
Awesome sauce. Okay. So this is number 3. Okay. This one is called Graceful Sunrise. And so the story kind of behind Graceful Sunrise is, I'm going to bring it up close so you can see this. The story behind Graceful Sunrise is my daughter, who is 11, at this point, she was maybe 8, she wanted to start learning how to oil paint. And so I said, okay, great, here's what we're going to paint. And actually she picked this picture. And so I was, okay, cool, let's do this. And so I walked her through step by step on how to paint the Graceful Sunrise. And that piece is hanging in her room that she created, and she's very proud of it. It was pretty cool. And she's got a natural talent for color too. And so I see her as being a colorist. So a lot of the Pinterest images that you're seeing, and remember she's like 11, the Pinterest images that you see on my Pinterest account, she created those. That's how good of a colorist and just a visual artist that she is. And she really, I wish she would take more classes from me, but you know how kids are. They don't want to learn from mom. You know, that's boring. And they already get enough from me. But anyway, so that was kind of the story behind this one. This one was the demo piece to show her how to paint. And so this is again called Graceful Sunrise. And we had such a good time painting that. It's got beautiful reflections of this gorgeous sky on the bayou. It's just so pretty. I love the colors that came out in this. So it also, this one is $156 normally, and it's now $109.20. So $109.20, and that's available until Sunday. So all these prices end Sunday evening. So you gotta grab it now. All right.
We got 11 viewers.
Oh, exciting! Yay! So again, hey guys, you're viewing this, pop in your name. I want to say hi.
Julie Knowles is here.
Julie Knowles, hey Julie. Julie's one of my students that we teach every week, and she also does custom oil pet portraits. And she's really found her voice and just doing a fabulous job on custom oil pet portraits. I'm so excited for her. That's kind of what Positive Painter is about, the Positive Painter membership. So you've already heard me like talk up 2 other artists. We got Julie McCullough and her fabulous work, which she has great work. You got to go check it out. JM Studios.
Candace says hi.
Candace is another art student that we have, and her artwork, man, hers is so cool. She's coming up with really good technique and just great brush work. So these guys, that's like I said about Positive Painters, that's kind of what we're about, where we promote each other and help each other. Because if we don't do that, it's kind of a lonely world for artists. And so we got to stick together and help each other, I think. I'm not competing with anybody, and I hope nobody feels like they're competing with me, because we're not. It's all good. Okay. All right, so we've got Dewdrops, Floral Still Life, and then Graceful Sunrise. These 3, I personally love all 3 of them together, but they're going to look fabulous individually and a wonderful splash of color on any shelf. So go ahead and snag those now. This next row that we're going to get into is more Christmas focused, because I love Christmas and candy. This is what I did. Okay. So these are wrapped. I have them all wrapped in a bag, a little plastic bag. So they've been well protected, well preserved. But this one's called Christmas Kisses. And Christmas Kisses is a little still life that I put together. It was one morning. If you've read my blog, there's a blog piece about time management, and this is when I got up at 4:30 in the morning because I couldn't find any other time to paint, and I just wanted to paint so bad. It's like, you know, it's something that you just have to do. Like if you work out all the time, if you miss a couple days, you start jonesing for the gym again. Same thing with painting. If you don't paint for a couple days, you start jonesing for painting. And so I would get up at 4:30 in the morning just so I could paint. And this is one of the pieces that came from that. So again, this is Christmas Kisses. It is not framed, so you can have it framed however you like. And it is a 6x6. It's an 1/8 of an inch thick. So this could really be framed out even in matted if you'd like, and that way it makes it into a nice substantial piece. But Christmas Kisses, it's just a fabulous little thing with nice red. I love the reflection of the red onto the white table. That was fun, and you can't tell that everything says Hershey's, but you get enough information from it to be able to tell that's what it's supposed to do. And this is a very loose, impressionistic piece, but it's just so colorful. Wonderful Christmas. And this also comes with a certificate of authenticity. All of my pieces come with a certificate of authenticity because someday I'm going to be famous. Yeah. And she didn't laugh.
Sorry, I was kind of concentrating on here.
So someday, you know, I've got a lot of students. I've got some really wonderful students, and thankfully they all have their own style. And that's one of the things that I really push is not my style on them. I want them to find their own style. But someday I might have somebody that can do exactly what I do. And this way, with a certificate of authenticity, it proves that this one was mine. And I don't know, I find it an important thing to do. So on my website, for artists out there, as you get into selling your pieces and things like that, you'll definitely want a certificate of authenticity to include with your pieces, and I have a download for you on that as well. So if you're artists, check it out, grab that certificate of authenticity. But this, Christmas Kisses, is one of my favorites, and I had to paint the Christmas Hershey Kisses because growing up, that was like the candy that we ate every Christmas. You know, you'd wake up and have those, it was like the sparkly moments, all those colors of the Christmas trees and the lights, and then those lights reflecting off the foil of the Hershey Kisses. It made Christmas in the child's eye, you know. I just love that. And that's part of one of the things that I really like to do with my artwork is think about it in terms of children's eyes. You know, I want the color out there. I think they see that.
Christmas?
Oh, very good question. Christmas Kisses is okay, $156 regular, and it is now $109.20 until Sunday. So if you want it, go ahead and grab it. It is a fabulous, probably I won't want to say one of my favorite pieces, but it is really just awesome and wonderful and sentimental, I think. And it's also, you don't have to put it away at Christmas, outside of Christmas, because seriously, who doesn't like a Hershey Kiss? You know? Great color to add anywhere. All right. Any other questions so far? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I want questions, but am I going too fast?
No.
Good pace. All right.
You're good pace.
All right. So if you're new and haven't, you know, seen everything else, I'm going to remind you about your free gifts. So there's going to be a link that I want you to click on, and you get to choose between 3 gifts. And that gift is, you can choose free artwork, which is of a blue poppy that you print it out yourself, and I've seen the printouts that come out, and they are so pretty. They look just as good as the original piece. Really happy with that. The other piece that you can choose is you can get a free online class so that you can learn how to paint a Rhode Island red rooster. And when you get that free class, you also join the Positive Painters members. And that in itself is awesome. So you'll be one of the first people in the Positive Painters. Opening up that membership program here in the next couple weeks, so you're going to be a founding member if you go ahead and click that today. And then, so you've got your choice of free artwork, Positive Painter membership with a free online class, or a coupon for a custom oil pet portrait. And that's what's going on over here. This is not finished yet, but it's a really good example of the type of work I do for the custom oil pet portraits. So we're going to move on. We've already gone through the Dewdrops, our Floral Still Life, Graceful Sunrise, Christmas Kisses, and now we're going to look at Turquoise and Gold. So Turquoise and Gold is also one of those paintings that I did at 4:30 in the morning during the Christmas time while the kids were asleep and they were on break. And if you've been to the studio that we have at Low Mill, and then if you ever come to my home studio, you'll see that turquoise is one of my favorite colors. So the sister painting of this actually sold last year to a lady here in Huntsville, and I'm kind of hoping she buys this one too, but because they just go really well together. But if you want it for your house, because you've got some beautiful turquoise stuff going on in your Christmas time, this one's fabulous for that. One of the things I like to see with some art that people kind of do every now and then is they'll actually kind of tuck it in the tree. And instead of using ornaments everywhere, they'll actually put some little pieces of artwork. It's kind of a neat little thing. I saw it at one lady's house, and it just kind of accentuated the art just a little bit, having all that greenery around it, and then those sudden pops of color. It was interesting. So the Turquoise and Gold, I'm going to bring this one up here, and it is also unframed, so you get to choose how you would like it framed, and you can see the little details in there, brushwork where the lights are sparkling off of this. It is 6x6 on an 1/8 of an inch board. The products that I use are archival museum quality. The oil paint that I use is Gamblin, so it's very high quality, professional grade. Should last you hundreds of years, so good quality stuff here. This one, Turquoise and Gold, is $104 originally and is now $72.80. Okay. All right, and it also comes with a certificate of authenticity. So, I like that one. It's hard selling pieces that you created because you made them with like a purpose, and I'm kind of I'm excited, and I really hope they go to somebody's home that loves them. It's almost sad to see them go, and that's why I take such good care of the shipping process. So with the shipping, like if you missed that, I put them whenever I'm finished with them and they've dried and cured for quite some time, I will put them in boxes like this and I inventory them. And when I ship them, they'll be shipped with some tissue paper and a little thank you card, and so they arrive to your home nice, safe, and sound. And then you also have a nice place to put them if you choose to archive them for Christmas, which I wouldn't do that. I would leave them out all around. But when you purchase, that's up to you. You can put these out at Christmas, or you can bring them out and leave them out all year round, because they're just fabulous little pops of color. I gotta remember to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay. So last in the Christmas series is, and I use, just so you know, I've got this stuff called poster putty. It's this little blue stuff. You can get it at like Walmart, whatever, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, wherever, but it's poster putty. And what you can do is when you hang up your paintings on the wall, you can put a little bit of poster putty on both sides back here, so that way, and just kind of gently push it down, and that way it prevents your frames from getting all askew. Because, you know, sometimes with kids in the house, I can tell you, they slam the door and then all the little things rattle. So poster putty was the answer to that. And so like, I've got some original artwork actually in our laundry room from a couple other artists, and I put the poster putty on the back of those, and I don't have to worry about them moving. So that's one of the things I do here as well. I put a little bit of poster putty so I don't have to worry about them falling off. Little additional tidbit there. But all right, this one is called Ribbon Candy. So we're gonna pull this up. This is another 4:30 in the morning creation. And this one actually took several days to do this over several 4:30 in the morning, because red and green, when you mix red and green, which are on the opposite sides of the color wheel from each other, when you mix them together, it creates a gray or a very dark grayish, blackish color. Anyway, it can look like mud. So this took several iterations where you have to wait for a segment to dry, add on another one. And that's something that I really focus on a lot in my oil painting classes too, is knowing when to wait and for the next layer before you start mixing things in. Because like you can see right here, I'll bring this up nice and close. You can see where the red kind of bleeds into the white just a little bit. It causes a little bit of pink. Well, I do that on purpose because with ribbon candy, it actually does that in real life. And by being able to know your colors and how they interact with each other, you can control that. So again, this one took a couple days to get those intense greens with those intense reds. So ribbon candy, this one's $104, and it is on sale at $72.80 until Sunday. So Sunday's the magic day when these are not going to be on sale. Okay, so you want to go ahead and grab those now. There's a link on the display here. That's etsy.com/art for a pause. Because remember, I give 10% to nonprofit animal welfare organizations. So when you purchase from me, you're helping an animal. Okay. And you want to use the discount code COVID Art Sale at checkout. Okay, so you make sure you get your 30% off. Okay, so that is ribbon candy, and it also is on ampersand gesso board, 1/8 of an inch, 6x6, so you can frame it out really nice. And that's that one. All right, we got 2 more left. All right. Oh, I remember to breathe. I watched a little bit of QVC to kind of understand how people do this. I could not be a QVC person.
No, me neither.
Whew, okay. These last 2. Now these 2 look a lot alike, and they've got a story behind them. So these are also those 4:30 in the morning pieces. So 4:30 in the morning. This one is called Ocean Sunrise 1. Okay. So Ocean Sunrise 1 was created based on a reference image. So most of my paintings, I look at reference images and work from there and try and paint them to look like that. So this one is very much like the reference image. It's got beautiful yellows in the skies and blues and the ocean waves crashing along the beach. So nice texture in it as well. I used a little bit of palette knife on those waves to really get some of those, peaks in the wave. And this one is $104, and it's on sale at $72.80 until Sunday. It's on a 6x6 original oil painting, and it comes with also a certificate of authenticity. All my pieces come with certificate of authenticity, and it's been wrapped so that it's nice and secure and dust free. If you're wondering how to clean an oil painting, when you get them, a feather duster, just every time you dust your furniture, take a feather duster over that, and that'll keep it nice and clean. Okay, it's better that you do that more often than not. Okay, so and I'm going to hold this one in my hand and go ahead and show you Ocean Sunrise number 2, so you can kind of see the difference. So the story behind Ocean Sunrise number 2 is, like that. So if you remember, Ocean Sunrise number 1, I did based off a reference image, and it was at 4:30 in the morning. And I went ahead and did Ocean Sunrise number 2 that same morning without a reference image. So I did all of this just from my memory of what I saw before. It's part of like training to understand and visually recall what you've already seen and try and relay that into a painting. And I did this with also some pairs along the same lines. I did that 3 times, and I went from 20 minutes, 15 minutes, to 5 minutes, and painted the same pair. And the last time I did it, I didn't require any image at all and finished it in 5 minutes. The purpose of it is just kind of visually train your mind to be able to recall images. So that's what happened with this one. So this is Ocean Sunrise number 2. And what I love that happened with this one, because it came from my mind, it is much more impressionistic than my Ocean Sunrise number 1. This is Ocean Sunrise number 1. Number 1, number 2. Let's do a little eye chart. Number 1, number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah. So you like number 2 the best too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like number 2 the best too. And that's the one that came from my mind. So oil painting is something that you can do for the rest of your life, and every single time something different's going to come out of it because you're different every time. And how you choose to do it is different every time. So Ocean Sunrise number 1, and then Ocean Sunrise number 2. Oh, how much is number 2? Okay, so Ocean Sunrise number 2 is $104, and it is on sale until Sunday for $72.80. So that's all the pieces that I had to show for today. And this being my first art show live on YouTube, I really wanted to show all the different aspects of color. And you can see, like, we've got some beautiful pieces that would show up really well on some shelves, your guest bedroom, shoot, I've even got some beautiful pieces in the laundry room, and I already told you that. So, and then we've got some Christmas pieces. Christmas, if you've been to some of the stores, they're already putting that out. If you're a Christmas fan, go ahead and put your artwork out too. Enjoy it as long as you possibly can, right? So we've got some Christmas pieces here, and then if you're missing the beach because of COVID and you can't get down there, bring a piece to your home and just sit and meditate and look at it. It's a wonderful thing to do. So, do we have any questions before we kind of call this sucker done?
No questions coming in right now.
Okay. All right, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I just put up the free gift link again.
Awesome. Don't forget the free gift. You spent this time with me and I really appreciate it. Grab your free gift. You get to choose between a free artwork piece, an online class and membership, or a custom oil pet portrait coupon. All right. So yeah, I think that's all she wrote, folks. So which one is your favorite that you're going to take home?